Hello and welcome back to JimMurphyMP.com, the way of keeping in touch with local news in East Renfrewshire and national news here from the House of Commons. As you can see in the website, it's been redesigned and relaunched this week, and I've been listening to local people as to how we can improve the website. You maybe have seen over the past 2 years the website's won awards, but it could still improve. So what you'll see now in the design is much more focus on interaction, greater profile for Facebook, for Twitter, for online polls and for local news releases. So let me know what you think, get in touch, and ideas again about how we can improve it, particularly that section on constituent services, what else you think could be added in there. So please let me know what you think. And what I'm going to try and do is make sure that where I can, is as well as giving you the news that you maybe already have heard, is giving you the inside track on what's happening in this incredible building. Before you see it on the television, before you read it in your newspapers, I'm going to try and get it online on this website. So let me know if you find all of that useful, whether you find that update on current affairs interesting. Away from Parliament, the big story this week, of course, is the budget. A bit more about that, perhaps in another blog. But the big news, for those of you who follow football, will see that football's been put into second place by other events in and around the football pitch. At the League Cup final at the weekend, Celtic versus Kilmarnock, and I, like many other people, were kind of cheering for Celtic. A lot of people weren't, of course, and the defeat, Celtic's unexpected defeat, kind of pales into insignificance when you hear the tragic news of the death of Kilmarnock player Liam Kelly's father. You think the game doesn't really matter that much when a young man like that loses his dad, at the point at which his dad will be proud, probably the proudest he's ever been in his son as he's about to lift that cup and pick up his medal. And in White Hart Lane here in London, the incredible scenes of the collapse of Fabrice Muamba and the support that he was given by the supporters in the stadium and the medical staff. Again, even for the players, it puts into some kind of perspective the profession that they love and the way in which they live their lives. So in our city, of all cities, where football is so important to so many of us, even those who don't support the old firm, those who just take a passing interest in football, we know that football is a formidable part of our lives. And that great Ayrshire man, Bill Shankly, once said that football is more important than life and death. And unusually, I think he was wrong, as events over the past few days have shown pretty starkly. So as the build-up to another Old Firm weekend gets underway with the game at Ibrox, of course the league title isn't at stake in terms of Celtic and Rangers rivalry, because ultimately that's now largely being decided. What's at stake isn't the league title, it's the kind of reputation of our football. And for those hotheads and those who get carried away, and there's nothing wrong with being passionate about football and loving your team and getting excited about it, but I think for those of you, and a small number of people who just take it far too far into the kind of deeper reaches and the darker reaches of sectarianism and everything else that goes with it, I think better remembering that there are things much more important than football. And unusually, Bill Shankly, that great Scot who did so much in football in Scotland and in Liverpool in particular, kind of called that one wrong, and that's something that we can remember this weekend and every football match to come. That's all for just now. As I said at the beginning of this message and this blog, just have a look at the new website. If you think it can improve further, get in touch, let me know. In the meantime, follow on Facebook, Twitter, get involved in the opinion polls, and if you've something that you want to write or something you want us to cover, please get in touch. That's all for just now. Cheerio, bye.